in case you don't know who I am. So I am Dr. Adeze Cosmos. I'm an international optometrist and overseas optometrist that traveled all the way from Africa, Nigeria, came into United Kingdom around about 2012. And I started the process in 2014, and in 2015 I was qualified. And since then, I am so excited that I didn't just stop there, but I've been helping international optometrists gain UK qualification. And this new season of Lives is all about just that. So I can see that you're live right now. I want you to just tell me who you are and where you're watching from. I'm broadcasting from United Kingdom in a city called Essex. Yes, that's where I'm broadcasting live from. And I'm excited because this is my very first live in my new season. And because I'm a busy mom, I'm a wife, I'm a mom of four. Yes. So it's not something I can say, they would say it would be nice that I can go live at particular times and particular, days so that you can get yourself prepared. But I want to say, just bear with me. I'm just testing the waters and seeing what works for you, what works for me. I would advise that you subscribe to the channel, YouTube, if you're on LinkedIn, follow my page, and then join our community so that you don't miss out. But obviously the lives are there. I know for some platforms they delete after some time, but yeah, okay. All right. Now, I know for a definite what it feels like to feel lost. A lot of people that I have interaction with, they feel lost, overwhelmed, a little bit of fear, no clear guidance, fear of failing the exam. They really want this UK optometry practice dream. And that was how it was when I started from Nigeria. I didn't really know where to begin with. I went on the website, but it was all over the place. And so I know definitely that once I got some advice, I was able to move on, by the grace of God. I'm very, very open here. I'm a Jesus girl, and Jesus has helped me to get where I am, to where I am. And even the successes I celebrate in the academy, yes, the experts, we put in a lot of effort working with the candidates. The candidates put in so much effort, to go through and just make sure they understand UK practice, so that when they go to the GOC interview, they're able to marry what they've been doing in their home countries as regarding optometrists, as regarding optometry practice, and also they've been able to gather the right clinical information about how it works in the United Kingdom. But still, we have that backbone of faith. Okay, so faith, and good practice, good strategy has helped us gain these results that we've received. And I believe that as I receive grace from the Lord and I'm able to go live answering your question and bringing up topics that would be helpful for you, that you yourself will be able to push through and get that exact outcome that you want. Right. Now, somebody will say, why does this matter in 2025? Well, it does matter because the GOC interview process has changed. And I hope that you are aware that situations are changing again in 2026. So, roundabout is it in the fourth quarter of 2026, the whole system changes again. Literally, I think it was roundabout 20. I don't really know the exact year, but what is happening now is not what was happening when I qualified. In my time, you do a logbook, you have to go to the university and sit in-person exams, do site tests, do contact lens assessment, binocular vision, and all that. Literally, more like what they do in the OSCE part of it after the your pre-reg year. That's a similar kind of thing actually that we did back in our time. And then the system has changed to what it is now, and then it's going to change again. And that's why I know that even from discussions I've had, a lot of people are like, okay, this is the time I need to do it. And I really want to say to you that it's better that you hop in if you have met the prerequisites. And I would say that the prerequisites are that you have an optometry degree in your country. You have gone through the qualifying process in your country, because it will vary from country to country. And if it has an unsupervised year, a supervised year, like in Nigeria where I qualified, that's your internship year. You would have finished that. And then you've done your youth service year in, I'm talking about Nigeria because that's where I qualified from. Then, and you're thinking about UK optometry, this is the time, because if they are going to be stopping this system in roundabout last quarter 2026, which is next year, be rest assured that at a certain time, they will stop taking in applications. I want to say to you that you've done your pre-assessment doesn't mean that you've actually started the process per se. The process actually starts by the time you have submitted your application. Once you submit your application, it simply means that if things were to change, then you're not affected. You will be following the same system as the system that we know now. Okay? All right. So if you're here right now, I'd like you to just put in the chat, hi, I'm watching from wherever. And if you have any question, put it in. It's just going to be a very quick one, but I just really want to explain why I feel the urgency to be more visible and to just speak about the things I know to help you achieve your goal. Okay. So if you are an international optometrist, you've been trained abroad and you want to practice here in the UK, whether you are in the UK or not, yeah, then definitely you want to keep an eye on the things that we're doing here, but more so you want to take that step and get yourself started. And I hear someone asking a question right now and is saying, do I need to come into the UK before I get started? The answer is no. You're actually better off even starting from your home country, start the process, the interviews are all on Zoom, and then you can come in when you get your pre-registration placement and all. So don't allow anything to stop you if you want to do that. Now, as I'm wrapping up right now, I'm just going to speak about my academy, ACN Academy, and what it is and how we help. So at ACN Academy, we've helped dozens. No, it's not dozens. We've helped loads, hundreds of overseas optometrists pass, the GOC interview and get that proceed to pre-reg. Some of the people that I've worked with, they are now qualified optometrists in the UK, thriving and doing well. So we help in the interview process, preparing for pre-reg, securing jobs. But disclaimer here, we're not affiliated to the College of Optometry or GOC. This is just me, my thing, an independent academy that has been established to make sure that the paths that I followed and my colleagues followed at that time, where we had no structure, no place to really go in and ask questions and get the kind of support that we needed as international optometrists. That is the definite reason for which I formed this academy. And one thing I haven't shared, actually, it really just started in, just doing freelance. I didn't even see it as a thing. In a way of like you can establish it and it becomes a training center where people can literally go through and get good outcomes. But along the line, when they started this interview process and things changed even in the interview process, a lot of people were coming out with adaptations, and adaptations that were coming out were even impossible to satisfy, such as go back to university and do the whole final year. I remember a lady reaching out to me. I don't know whether she was a lady or a man. I don't know. But yeah, she was given a particular adaptation, and not only did it cost £5,000, but she couldn't even get a place, and there's so many. I could go on and tell you stories of, sadly, the things that I hear and see the struggles that international optometrists go through, especially when they take that GOC interview and they don't get the desired outcome, proceed to pre-reg. And that was why I started the academy and brought in some experts in binocular vision, ocular diseases, contact lenses, and low vision and all, just to ensure that we can supply that support. And so, from mock interviews to from tutorials, we do a lot of mindset work as well, time management, step by step, leading the way and ensuring that, these overseas international optometrists become confident and ready for their next phase. Yes, and even guidance. A lot of people come, they're not too sure about how to fill the form, and there's so many myths. Sometimes it could be like a maze, and that is why ACN Academy is there to help. All right, so I'm just going to check in the chat box. Do I have any questions? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on the replay as well. Right, so now I do have a big announcement that I want to make, and I would say, first of all, I do have a free guide. If you are starting the process and you want a step-to-step guide on how to go about it, there is a free guide, and you get that. It's just optom.acnacademy.com. You can download your free guide there, optom.acnacademy, .com. acnacademy.com. Yes, that is for the full guide, and it guides you through step by step, including the links that you need in order to start your journey. And it tells you, just how you're going to go about it. But I'm excited to announce as well, which I'm just going to share my screen. Yeah. So we're coming out with this free guide, and it's a guide on how to prepare for the GOC interview. It's a free success kit for international overseas optometrists that want to qualify in the UK. And so if you are preparing for your GOC interview, or you're just starting, it's good to get the kit, because you want to know the details of the competencies and all that follows. And so if you want me to send you the kit once it's ready, I'll need you to just comment kit down below. And once it's ready, I will send it right out to you. Okay, right. So thank you for joining me right now. I'm going to be doing more lives down the line where I'll be breaking down things further. So I want to encourage you to stay connected. If there's any topic at all that you want me to cover in my next live, go ahead and put it in the comments, and I'll pick that up and just rotate in. I'm pretty excited for what 2025 has to hold. I'm pretty excited for you and for your journey. And in the ACN Academy team, we are rooting for you, rooting for your success. If for any reason you want to join the academy to get, if you look, I put a post just recently. One of the candidates went in on Monday and did the exam, and on Thursday they came out successful, and I was just so grateful to God, and I was buzzing. I'm like, you know what? It's not another candidate; it's like the next candidate. So if you want your own story to be the next success story that we share and we're buzzing about, you want to comment the word ready, 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 and I will send you out a link where you can book a clarity call, and we can plan out your qualification journey and ensure that you get the outcome that you desire. All right. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you're pretty excited as much as I am. I can't tell you when I'm going to be live next, but what I want to say is subscribe, follow, put on the notification bell, and just be here and ready to receive and gain that UK qualification that you've been dreaming about. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later. Ciao.